Hello everybody. I talk a lot about being appreciative about different things you do and different people in your life. And I've spent almost every weekend since I've had the car cleaning my car. And this little baby, oh, water's full. Alright, potentially the last weekend we have left in southern Ontario, where it's going to be 20 degrees, which is like 65 give or take overnight. I'm going to clean my dad's car, which I know is such a shame. Alright, so today I want to discuss why the C7 Corvette is better than the Gen 6 Camaro. Now, a lot of people will argue this back and forth, but I don't personally think there's really much of a comparison. I think the Corvette is hands down the better car. I don't think it's necessarily better looking, but it definitely is faster, it definitely handles better, and it's definitely better on gas. Like, it's really, really good on gas. The transmission is geared differently. This is the 7-speed manual Corvette, and its 6th gear is the equivalent to my 8th. So when this car is in 6th gear on the highway doing 100 kilometers an hour, that's the equivalent to me being in 8th gear for the same RPMs and the same fuel economy. But this car obviously has 7 gears. So you put it in 7th gear, you can do 120 kilometers an hour, which is like 70 miles an hour, 75 miles an hour, give or take, and keep the same amount of fuel economy. But what makes this car better than the Camaro, and please note that which car you like is preference, but this car has a lot more attention to detail. So this car has an MSRP of 56,000 Canadian, and this car has an MSRP of 57,000 as of 2014. I do believe the pricing's gone up, and this car is more around the 70,000 Canadian mark, because the dollar has changed quite a bit and a few things have happened in the meantime. But this car, when it was purchased, was about $57,000 Canadian. So they're very comparable in price. Now, I saved about 10 grand on this car, so obviously it is a fair bit cheaper, but MSRP and sticker prices, they are very, very comparable. Everybody knows the differences between the cars. They have the same engines, the same brakes, and this car does not have magnetic ride. This is a very bare bones basic Corvette. To get that much stuff in this car is like $95,000 right now, and you got to get up into more of the Z51 or, you know, just the regular Stingray 3LT packages to get the same kind of stuff. But to compare them side by side, and why I think the Corvette is still better, and what I mean by attention to detail, is all the little things in the headlights here. I don't know how well you can see it, but they have the Corvette logo put in there. This roof coming off is amazing. Like, amazing. There's no wind noise. There's nothing. There's no difference between the roof on and the roof off. The back end of this car, these tail lights, I mean, as you can tell, they are super deep. Super aggressive looking, super manly. And then the exhaust tips. This does have the upgraded exhaust package. So as you can tell by the size of the tips, this has the 4.5-inch tips, which are massive, versus the Camaro, which also, like, I can just squeak my hand in there, but the Corvette is about 3 times louder. It is substantial in how loud it is. Not to mention, see all the little Corvette logos across the back. This car just has a lot of little things. Corvette in the rim. These brakes, this car's been sitting outside in the rain for the last a little bit over a week, and that's how much rust has developed, and that's all surface rust. This car is over 2 years old with about 18,000 miles on it, or 30,000 K. It does have the Brembo brakes, of course, which are pretty well the same. It does have all of the aluminum chassis, which the new Corvette came with, and brake dust. This car does not get any brake dust, ever. It's freaking amazing. It's just a spectacular car. I mean, I love my Camaro. It's a more youthful, fun car, whereas this is a more dedicated sports car, but it's just awesome. I love both. Someday I will own both. It is a lot smaller. I don't know how well the camera will pick it up, but it's a good 6 inches lower. I don't know how close they are on the back. The Corvette's probably, I want to say 4 inches further back, but you come to the front and it's, 12 inches shorter. It feels a lot smaller. When you're out on the road, it feels a lot smaller, and it's a fair bit lighter. The Corvette's about 500 pounds lighter. So you put the same amount of horse to the same kind of drivetrain, you take 500 pounds off the car, the aerodynamics are a lot better, and you end up with a lot faster car. It handles and drives more like a go-kart. And then you take the roof off, which goes in the back. Awesome. Just an awesome, awesome car. So, leave your comments below. Let me know what you guys think. I'm sure most of you will pick the Camaro here because, I've been showing a lot of Camaro videos, and I do love my Camaro. Don't think I have any less love for it, but fact is fact. The Corvette is still the king of the GM muscle yard. Take care, guys.